Hey guys, for today's video, we're doing a makeup tutorial. I love doing makeup tutorials because I love to do makeup. I'm gonna show you guys how I got that look that I had on in my last video. I got so many requests to do a tutorial. I wanted to do a homecoming tutorial actually, and I was thinking this would be kind of like a easy, affordable, not too complicated homecoming look because I used a very affordable palette. I actually used this one from Morphe. This is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Vault collection palette. This one is Ring the Alarm. This is like totally perfect for just fall in general, but I thought that I would kind of like include this as a homecoming tutorial because I've really been wanting to do one for girls or guys even who can't afford to get their makeup done or just want to do it themselves. I thought this would be like a fun, more wearable like homecoming tutorial, and then I can also show you guys how I got that look that I had on in that video since I had so many requests for it. So that's what we're doing today. Let's go ahead and jump in, shall we? I'm just gonna go ahead and do one eye on camera and then I'll do the other one off camera. I just think that is so much easier for me. I don't know why, it's just like a lot easier for me to do it that way. So that's what I'm gonna continue to do if you guys don't mind. First thing I'm gonna do is prime my eye as usual. I'm gonna take MAC Soft Ochre. This is my favorite primer. I just take it with my little chunky, chubby little finger. And I already have like my skincare and everything done. My eyes are actually so dry right now because I already did my makeup this morning, but I wanted to film a video. And so I took it all off and I'm redoing it again just for you guys because I love you. I think I told you guys already before that my eyes have been so freaking sensitive. I don't know why they're like peeling. This one right in here is so dry. Even when I do a real heavy eye cream, it's still super dry. I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking I need to get an even heavier eye cream. They're just so sensitive, or maybe I'm starting to think it's my makeup remover. I'm really hoping it's not my makeup remover because I've seriously been using the same remover since I was in high school. It's literally been over 10 years. I've been using it since I was like 16 and I'm almost 29, like I'm turning 29. Oh my God, I'm turning 29. Turning 29 next month. That's really sad. I'm just curious, is it just me? Because I feel like the closer I get to 30, I just get more depressed. I really didn't start to feel like older until I turned 28. When I turned 28, I was like, oh shit, here we go. It's all downhill from here. So I don't know if that's just me. Like my mom and my grandma are always like, you're being so ridiculous. It's not that big of a deal, but I think just because it's getting so close to my birthday's in November, October, I start to just kind of get like a little bit like, I don't know. I don't really care about my birthday anymore. You know, like the older I get, I'm just like, I don't care. What's so exciting about getting old? Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and jump in so I can stop pity partying myself. I'm gonna do the same exact look that I had on in that last video. The first thing that I did is took this shade right here. This is the shade Mugshot. It is so, so pretty. Now, usually I would go in with a lighter transition, like I'd go in with Rush or Alert. I don't know why I wanted to go in a little bit deeper first, and then I actually blended it out with a lighter shade. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I did. I'm taking this brush from Morphe. I'm really, really liking this brush, by the way. I mentioned it a few videos ago that I'm testing out Morphe brushes and I really like this one. This is the R40. So I went in kind of heavy. It's gonna look super messy right now, but we're gonna blend it out and it's gonna be really nice. I promise this will come together. Now I like to go pretty high up with my crease because again, I have a hooded lid. I like to make my eyes look bigger than what they are. So I take my crease, like my transition, I take it up pretty high. Like you can see I'm almost at my brow bone. I like the way that that looks. It'll all come together in the end. I'm gonna do kind of windshield wiper motions and then like small little circular motions as well. Next, what I'm gonna do is take this shade right here. This is the shade Alert. It's more of like a bright orange. I'm gonna take my trusty E40 and I'm gonna go ahead and just take this and blend it over the very edges. I'm not taking it like really into the crease because I don't want to lose that really warm burnt orange, but I do want to just soften it a little bit and I want to see like a little more of a gradient. I honestly barely took anything. I mean, it doesn't make like too much of a difference, but it's, as I've told you guys so many times before, it's all these little steps that just help these really warm, blown out looks come together. So I'm just doing like the very top, and that is honestly it. That's all I'm gonna do. This look is so incredibly simple. Okay, so I'm gonna take my little E25 brush from Sigma. This is like a little tiny blending brush. By the way, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, I actually have a code with Sigma. If you guys are interested, everything's listed below, but I get questions sometimes on what are my favorite brushes, and by far they're Sigma. So if you guys ever want a little discount, it is a commission-based code. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. You can use somebody else's if you want to. It's totally cool, but it is listed below if you guys are interested. I'm gonna take this shade right here. This is the shade Siren. It's kind of like a cranberry color, but it's like a satin. It's not quite matte. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, but I actually like that. And I wasn't sure how this was gonna look in the crease because of that sheen, but I just went ahead and went for it, and it looked really pretty. I was really happy with it. So it's pretty pigmented. I'm gonna tap off the excess. I'm gonna kind of like hug the socket of my eye. So I'm gonna make this more of like a rounded shape because I wanted this to be more of like a rounded eyeshadow look. I'm lifting up my brow, and I'm gonna put this right underneath that. Do little circular motions. This is gonna blend at the same time so we don't have any harshness. And if you can tell, I'm kind of keeping my brush like tilted down instead of going like this. To me, this helps get in that crease and just really kind of like makes that eye socket pop, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. I know sometimes the things I say, I watch my videos and I'm like, that didn't make any sense, but hopefully it makes sense. So first I like to pretty much just lay down the color, and then I like to go in and blend out the line. I really went in and built up this color. Like I feel like I used a ton, not a ton of product, but I feel like I really just built it up to make it super deep and intense. You have that orange and then the burnt orange and then the cranberry. I think it's just so pretty. Like it looks so fall. That's actually it for the crease. We're gonna go ahead and do the lid. I'm telling you, this look is so easy. It's insane. Like it looks like you put a lot of effort into it, but you didn't. It's super simple. So for the lid, I'm gonna take the shade right here. This is the shade on camera, the star of the show. And this is a Morphe M167. It's like this big packing brush. It does a really good job of packing on shimmer, but I like to use this specifically if I'm just taking a shimmer all over the entire lid because it's just so like fat. It's such a fat packing brush. It just gets it on there quick, and I kind of like the shape of it to carve out the lid a little bit. I never wet my shimmers. I almost never wet them. Like, you see how intense that is? That's why whenever people say they didn't like these palettes, I'm like, but how? Because I bought them at Ulta the day they released, and a lot of people were saying that they like never really got rid of the stock and that the stock was still in stores or whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't get involved in all that drama and all that shit. Like, I don't care about drama. It's not my thing. I stay out of it. But I mean, of course, like I heard it on the internet because like I feel like it was all over the internet, but I'm like, how? I thought this collection was just so good. I use mine all the time, and every time I use it I always get compliments. This is what I like to call a lazy cut crease because I love the way a cut crease looks. I used to hate them. I actually kind of like them now on myself. I just don't have time for a cut crease. I don't want to deal with it. I can do the same thing without doing concealer, so that's what I do. I know a lot of people like to do the concealer trick where you look up and you kind of see where it lands, but I don't feel like I need to take that step. So I'll just kind of like look straight into my mirror and I can see where my lid kind of folds over, where the crease kind of folds over onto the lid, I mean. So I just look straight into my mirror and just carve it out just like that. Like, fuck concealer. Nobody has time for that, you know? I'm gonna go ahead and take my little E25 and I'm gonna do a light little blend just to get rid of that harsh line. I'm taking these lashes. These are from Coco and these are in the style Venus. You can see they're really kind of like long and wispy. Now I actually used different lashes in my last video. I used these ones from Violet Voss. They're called EYESHADOW. I'm not gonna lie, those lashes are like on their last leg and they are covered. Like they're so dirty. I just didn't feel like cleaning them. And I like the way that that look looked, but I wanted something where you could kind of see the makeup a little bit more, and these are a little like more I don't want to say the word forgiving, but they're a little more separated so you can kind of see the detail of the eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye off camera. I'm gonna do my base, like just my foundation, concealer, and powder, because it's still the same. I have not changed anything different. And then I'll come back and we'll finish off everything else together. I'm back. I'm gonna let my concealer bake for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the face. So I'm gonna take this brush from Ego Tools. It is such a good brush. I'm gonna go in with this bronzer right here. This is actually one I depotted from a Beige Cosmetics palette. I haven't used it in forever, but it was from the Bahama Mama? I want to say I might have just made that up. I did a review on it and I don't think I cared for the palette. I can't remember, but I gave it to my mother-in-law because she really liked the color. So I just depotted the bronzer because I love the bronzer and I keep forgetting to use it. So I'm going to use it today. I'm moving on to contour. I'm going to take my little Real Techniques brush. This is like one of my favorite contour brushes of life. I haven't used my Anastasia contour in a hot minute. This is Fawn, and then I'm gonna mix it with a touch of Java. I love the Anastasia contours. I use them in my freelance kit, but I kind of just want to finish off because there's like almost nothing left in it. And I've been so obsessed with my NYX ones, I haven't been using my Anastasia ones, but I kind of just need to finish that off so I can make room for more. That's so sad because like I don't need any more makeup, I want more. I'm just gonna do a nice light little contour. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. I took my bronzer up too high on this side. Can you guys see how that is? Hopefully my blush can cover that up. I don't know what happened. Hello, what the heck? Let's go ahead and dust this powder away. Where's my little powder brush? What I've actually been doing is kind of packing it in and then brushing it out. I feel like that's just been working better for me. I'm gonna bring this down a little over here, kind of. Oh yeah, that's a little better. Fix that mess right there. What do I wanna do for blush? I think I'm gonna do this one from NYX. I haven't used this one in a while. This is the powder blush in Terra. I mentioned this in my last video, which was a affordable blush video. This is one of those ones where I'm obsessed with, but I forget that I have it because I've been trying so many new things and I just want to use it again. I was seriously obsessed with this blush when I first bought it. Like I seriously used to use it every single day. I love blush. I'm definitely one where I over apply as well, but I don't care because I think it's cute. Blend my bronzer, my contour, my blush all together. I'm gonna go in with this palette right here. This is the Milani palette in Rose Glow. It is truly exceptional. I just mix all three shades together. I'm taking my little fan brush from Beige. This is my favorite. This is one of the best highlighters I've ever used at the drugstore. Truly. With what I have left over, I'll go right above the brow bone and ignore my lips. My lips are so chapped right now. I have on a little bit of chapstick, but I'm really bad about picking at my lips. I'm a picker, okay? I pick my cuticles, I pick my hangnails, I pick at my chapped lips instead of putting on chapstick. I don't know why. I always put on chapstick before I go to bed, or Vaseline, or I have like this really bougie ass sleeping mask that I honestly like wasn't even worth it, but you know, I wanted to be a bougie biatch, so I bought it and it was like the biggest waste of 20 bucks I've ever spent in my life. But anyways, I use it almost every single night and I still pick at my lips. Like it actually hasn't even done anything to make my lips not chapped, because they're still chapped when I wake up and I still want to pick at them. It's such a bad habit. Don't pick at your stuff, guys. It's not good. Let's do the lower lash line. So for this, I'm gonna take Mugshot, and I'm taking this with a Morphe. This is the E17. Like I use this brush every single day, but I can't remember the name of it. It's ridiculous. I live for a smoky lower lash line, seriously. I think it just looks so good on everyone. I'm just gonna connect it to like the outer V right here. I always like to do that. I think it looks pretty. I'm gonna go in with this flat brush. This is also from Morphe. This is the M432, except this time I'm gonna take the shade right here. This is the shade Framed. It's more of like a purple cranberry. I like to lay down that harsh line first, and then we're gonna go in and blend it out, so, you know, it'll look cute at the end. I'm gonna take just like a pinch, just a pinch of Mugshot, and then just kind of lay it down at the bottom. I wanna see a little more of the orange. I'm gonna take this little Eco Tools brush. This is like a little tiny detail brush. I'm gonna take the lightest shade from this highlight palette. That Ring the Alarm palette doesn't have a highlight shade, so I'm just gonna go into this highlighter. God, that looks so good. I'm gonna take some mascara, just do a light little coat on the lower lashes, just so they don't get kind of lost. We're just gonna do a nice little spritz of this coconut spray from e.l.f. And by a little, I mean a lot. For lips, I'm gonna take this from Ochre. This is one of their liquid lips in the shade Verona. This is actually my go-to nude in the fall because it's so deep and rosy. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much of you for requesting it. I don't think I've ever had so many requests until I did this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what else you want to see. Leave me your requests below. Make sure you subscribe before you go. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! Somebody to love. Holy fucking shit. I love my dog so much. It's sickening. I seriously just talk to him all day long, like as if he's a person. Is that sad? Probably. Oh, fuck me. Say hi. Hi. Can mama have a kiss? Thank you. You need to turn more this way. Stop being a bitch. I love you, 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 I love you.